You have a website, but it's not converting. Well, in this episode, I'm going to show you the common mistakes that I find local business owners make when it comes to their website and what you need to do to fix it, coming up on the Marketing Domination podcast. So each week I have the opportunity not only to speak with and connect with my clients that we have at our agency, Garner Consulting, but also dozens of other small business owners in the community, just events that I'm a part of. And unfortunately, they're often blinded by what's going on with their marketing, with their website. So what I want to do is share with you some of the common mistakes that I see after talking with everyone that you are probably making on your website and what you can do to tweak it and fix it so that you start to see success and results on your website. So the very first most common mistake that I see on a small business owner's website is they don't have a clear call to action. So what that means is when somebody has come to your website, what is the main thing that you actually want them to do when they're there? I assume it's not learn more or discover how we help. You want them to do something. You want them to become a customer or become a lead. So we do that by having two different things, a direct call to action or a transitional call to action. Both of those are designed to either make you money or get a lead, which is what your website should be doing in the first place. So on our direct call to action, we don't want to be vague, cute, or clever. We want to be exactly what the name says, direct. We want to tell our customers what to do. I cannot tell you how many times I look at a website and their main call to action is contact us. Well, in a customer's mind, they are always looking for the clear solution to the problem that they're dealing with. And will they contact you? Well, what does that mean? Are they filling out a form? And then, well, how long do they have to wait before somebody gets back to them? They want the problem solved now, or they want to get that process started. So what do they need to do? The biggest thing that you could do on your calls to action is say exactly what that first step of the process is. So is it schedule a call, book your appointment, book your assessment, buy now, start the course, download your free trial? What is the main thing we want our customers to do? And that should be the direct call to action or the main button that you have all over your website. Do not put a contact us button all over your website for what you want customers to do. If you do want them to contact you, let's at least make it more direct and specific for what actually needs to happen when they contact you. If it is contact you, put the phone number, call now, call or text now for your, to speak with us, to book your assessment, to book your appointment, whatever, book your service, whatever the thing is. Do not have a contact form that people are filling out because you are losing sales by doing that. The second call to action that we talked about was that transitional call to action. So not everybody that comes to your website is going to be ready to book that service, buy now, and start doing business with you, but they have come to your website. We don't want that lead to leave us. So what we want to do is we want to create what's called a transitional call to action. That's going to be also known as a lead generator. So we want to have something that is less of an ask than giving us your money or doing business with you, that are doing business with us, that is less of an ask, so we can capture that information, so then we can follow up with those people. Lots of lead generators that we can do. You can do anything from like checklists and free guides, assessments, quizzes, webinars, mini trainings, free videos. Do not have your transitional call to action or think that you have one because it is subscribe to our newsletter. Nobody wants your newsletter. Not even your mom wants your newsletter. So we want something of value that is worth the exchange of their email address. This can be really, really simple. Like I said, think of like the common mistakes people make. Checklists are a really easy thing to do, but just having that on your website is going to start getting you to collect more leads. The thing that I see people make a mistake on is thinking that their lead generator is their newsletter pop-up. That's not going to work. Take that off. It's just killing conversions. We want something of value that people are excited for, so then they can get plugged into your nurture newsletters. But that's not the thing we want people to sign up for. Another thing that I do see that works pretty well, especially with e-commerce brands, or people that maybe you don't have anything like that, discount options are good for like first customers, like 10% off your first service or 10% off for your first order, things like that. That can work. If you're like, I want to do something today, you could do something like that. But then just me personally, I'm not a huge fan of giving discounts, but that's just a side note. So that's the first thing, is you don't have a clear call to action and you don't have that transitional call to action. The other thing is that call to action location. Where do you actually have that at on your website? The most valuable real estate on your website is that top right-hand section of your website. So when you're on desktop, you go on there, it's typically his logo is going to be in the top left. That top right should be a big button that is that direct call to action. We don't want that top right-hand corner. Most websites for business owners is the contact us. We don't want it to be that. We want it to be that direct call to action. That is very valuable real estate. We don't want to waste it with something that is not going to make us money. So that top right-hand section of your website should be that direct call to action, that main thing we want them to do, which is buy now, schedule your assessment, book your appointment, download our app, start your free trial, whatever that main thing is, put that in the top right-hand section of your website. The next thing, big common mistake that I see, is very unclear language on the top of the website. So think about your headers, that everything that whenever you first load the page, that first screen that you see, that's called above the fold. It's like an old school newspaper terminology back in the day, whenever, newspaper was folded over and it was in the newspaper stand. Everything that they saw that was above the fold was the very valuable hook stuff that got them to hook to hopefully buy the newspaper. Same thing applies for the website. Anything before they have to scroll is very, very important. Most business owners don't realize how unclear their copy and that the words that they're using on their website actually is. So this is a test that I always have people do, is you can do two things. One, this is the common thing that you'll hear people say, and I'll tell you a new way to kind of leverage technology to do this. So one, just take the words of your website and show it, or take a screenshot of your website and show it to somebody that doesn't know what you do and ask them these three questions. What do I do? What do you think that you need to do to buy from me? And then how am I going to make your life better? If they can't quickly answer those questions, guess what? You are losing customers. People are bouncing off your website and leaving. Here's the new digital version from this. Take the copy that is on the above the fold or the header of your website, and then run it into ChatGPT. Don't plug your URL or anything, but just take the words and see if AI can even figure it out. Say, based upon these words that are on my website, answer these three questions and see if AI can figure it out. Guess what? Most small business owners would fail because AI can't even figure out what you're trying to do. You've got way too much language. It's very vague. And the problem is it could be a lot of different things. There's too much insider language is what it's called. You're using technical terms that that are industry specific to you. And it's not very clear about how you're solving that problem. So we want to make sure that those three questions are answered on that header section. What do? You should very clearly have the service that you provide in the top of your website. 2, how do you make my life better? A customer should be reminded and know that if they hire you for this service, how is their life going to be better after working with you and getting this problem solved? The third thing is, what do I need to do to get it? That is that direct call to action. That should 100% be in that header section of the website, in the top right-hand corner, and then also in the center of the page. Those three things right there, if they're not on the top part of your website, I promise you are losing money. You could make those tweaks right now and instantly start getting more sales on your website. The other thing that I would say, and this is kind of the last, there's lots of things on the website, but the last thing that I would say for this episode is a kind of another hack to do is print off your website. And if it's too much to print it off, you can just take all of the copy that's on your website and put it into like a Google Doc or something like that. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to look at your homepage copy and look at how often you talk about you versus how often you're talking about or to your customer. Too often, small business owners, especially local business owners, their website copy is all about them. This is how awesome I am. This is what we've done. These are the services that we provide, instead of positioning it to the customer and talking to them and about them. Hey, are you struggling with this? Are you dealing with this? Man, isn't it frustrating just to have and you list out some of the frustrations that your customer has? When you use that more conversational tone and you invite your customers into a story by talking about them, the problems they are dealing with, then position your products or service as a solution to those problems, you instantly become more attractable as a brand and start inviting those customers in to want to do business with you. So what you can do, take all of that copy, like I said, add it into a doc and get a highlighter, get two different colors. Highlight like green if that green money making, green if it's all about your customers and talking about them, and then use red if it's talking about you and how great you are. Most local business owners, they have like this huge about section. They want to write a novel about how the company was founded, the heart and intention I had when I went to go start it, and it was founded by my great grandfather. Like, nobody cares about that stuff. Your customers are looking for solutions to problems. We need to make our copy and the words that we use on our website all about them so we can connect and resonate with them. So then they hire us as the perfect guide to solve those problems. So if this seems like a lot and it's overwhelming, please, it doesn't have to be, and we don't want it to be. At our agency, Sean Garner Consulting, this is exactly what we do for local business owners every day. We build, fill, and optimize sales funnels so you can grow your business and dominate your industry. If you would love to have a conversation with us, we would love to talk to you, see how we can help you be the industry leader for where you're at in your market. Click the link down here below, go to seangarner.co, schedule a call, and let's see how we can help your business grow. Hope this episode added tons of value. We got tons of free stuff over on the website as well. You can get our Marketing Domination checklist to where it's going to show you all the things you must have in your marketing if you want to dominate and stand out online. We also have a free marketing assessment. You can go on our website again, seangarner.co, and take that free marketing assessment. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and it actually gives you a customized PDF report of the next steps that you need to do in your marketing in order to start making some of these changes and taking action. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you on the next one.